Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus. And I'm back with analysis of the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Montreal Canadiens. Well, another night of dismal play for the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight as they drop their second game in a row where they lose 4-0 to Montreal. And honestly, I'm going to start sounding like a broken record, but this team just cannot make the right changes right now. You know, you want to call it a funk, you want to call it, I don't even know what you call it. You call it an 8-game losing streak, is what you call it. Tonight, the changes were plentiful. They had Tommy Novak. You know, I love Tommy Novak, but I don't believe he belongs on the first line with Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust. You do it in a pinch, but you don't do it to change things up. Raquel's got to stay on that line. I don't know what he's doing by putting Tommy up there. Tommy was up on the first line, so that means Rax was on the second line with Mantha and Brazeau. It's clear the Pittsburgh Penguins have no clue on what to do with that second line since Gino's been out. You know, they're 0-8 now with Gino. I know they got some loser points in there. 4 points in 8 games with Gino out of the lineup. And Lazat's been out for the last 7. So those two guys are missed dearly. And we've gone over this before, so I'm not saying anything that's new. By the way, if you love what you're hearing from me, I'm the hockey Jesus. I'm here after every single Pittsburgh Penguins game. I was a little late tonight because I was kind of waiting around to see what the guys were going to say in the locker room, but they weren't interviewing anybody in the locker room. I don't know if that means they had some closed doors going on or what, but people do not want to be interviewed right now. I'm afraid they're going to say some bad things. So I'm running a little late tonight. Anyway, Kid Line was reunited. I like to see that. Koivunin's back, although he's not playing great still. Looked like he had some jump in his skating tonight, but they weren't able to get anything together. And they demoted Hayes as well as they should to the fourth line. But he still did some damage, and that's going to be my highlight for tonight. We're going to get to that in a second. Somebody please tell me why Mantha is on the first power play when Kindle could easily be out there. I don't understand. I don't understand what is going on with that idea that Mantha needs to be on the first power play. I don't understand it. That doesn't make any sense to me. That being said, the first period got started, and the shots were 6-5 with 5 minutes left in the first period. 6-5. 6 stinking shots in the first period for the Penguins and 5 for Montreal. And but the score was tied 0-0 till, that's right, Montreal gets a power play goal on a penalty by Kevin Hayes. That is my highlight for tonight. We're going to get to that in a second. I just want to go over the rest of the game. Power play goal, 1-0, and then before you know it, Owen Beck's coming down the side, and Wotherspoon just takes a terrible angle and trips over the blue line, maybe the red line, falls down, and Beck gets his first goal in the NHL. Good for him, bad for the Pens. In the second, Pens can't even get their power play going. They give up a shorty where Sid showed that, you know, he should not be out there on the point. He was just out there because he was filling in for somebody who was skating around the other side. I almost showed that one as a highlight, but I don't want to highlight Sid's slowness. We all know, you know, he's not going to be able to keep up with Anderson. And then in the third period, the Pens actually did push back a little bit. They got a lot of shots on goals. Weird that they pulled the goalie with 7 minutes left, but they played with the goalie out of the net for about 3 minutes, and poor Montreal couldn't hit the net. They finally did. They got the empty netter, and that made it 4-0. And let's just go right to these highlights. Okay. All right. So what I'm showing tonight is this is 30 seconds of what you don't do when you have a power play. Oh, I'm sorry. When you make a change. So there are two things that are going to be happening here. I'm going to roll this forward so you can see it. I'm going to go big on my screen here so I can see it a little bit better. Sorry, I can't share my screen where you're going to see the arrow, but here's my arrow here. And let's roll it forward. Okay. So they're just going to enter the zone here. Suzuki gets into the zone. Everything's fine. Right here, everything's fine. They got 4 guys. This is Hayes. He's coming on the ice, so fresh legs. That should mean good things. Suzuki gets it. 4 guys on 2 guys. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's roll it forward. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's stop it here. Suddenly, Montreal's got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the ice to our 4 guys. Okay? There's some line changing going on back here. No big deal. Matheson gets the puck, and Suzuki's down here. And let's see. Who else is on the ice? This is Bolduc down here. And let's roll it forward. Okay, so Matheson's going to go for a skate. Here's Hudson. He was the other guy coming onto the ice. Pittsburgh's got 4 guys. And let's roll it forward. Right here, everything seems fine. Nothing going on here. Hayes, I don't know what he's doing over here, but he's going for a skate. No problem here. Shooting it into the corner. Okay, so Bolduc makes a play. But Hayes, I'm sorry, this is Shea right here. Shea's on the ice. You got Clifton on the ice. Looks like you got Dewar on the ice. So you got your 4th line on the ice. Nola Chari's over here. I don't know what Shea's doing here. He gets the puck right to Shea. He clearly can get to the puck easily, but he decides to dump it down in the corner for no apparent reason. So he dumps it in the corner, and let's see. Dewar can't get to the puck, so that means they're gonna retrieve the puck. Achari hasn't moved. Hayes is over here doing nothing. Suzuki went for a change. Okay, Suzuki went for a change. So Beck's going to come on the ice for him. You're going to see him slamming in here real quick. Here he comes back here. That's Owen Beck. Lane Hudson's got the puck. They're going to play it up the side. What is Hayes doing over here? Okay? See Hayes up here? What the hell is he doing up here? I have no idea. If you can figure it out, please let me know. Okay. So bang, bang, boom. They send it back to Veleno. He tries a shot. He misses, essentially, and it goes wide. But the Pittsburgh Penguins, fresh on the ice, can't get to the puck. Shea was the only guy. Shea and Clifton had to stay on the ice. All these other guys are fresh. Shea will definitely lose this battle because I think this is Owen Beck down here. He's definitely going to get to the puck. He's fresh. He's a rookie. He's going to beat Shea to the puck every time. And he did, of course. So Hayes is controlling this guy now. Veleno is going to come up here. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're watching a play. Okay, let's watch the play. Let's see what happens. Hayes just got on the ice, skated around in circles twice, and now he's on the boards. Okay, so he tries. I don't even know what that was. He just pushed it back. And I believe this is Veleno. Veleno gets the puck. He says, I'm going to go for a skate. But you can't go for a skate when the Pittsburgh Penguins stick is in your skates. He gets pulled down, and that was it. They went on the power play to score the power play. I have no idea what Kevin Hayes is doing out there. He's fresh on the ice. He cannot get to the puck. And it's just maddening to watch him play the way he plays out there. I don't know why he's wearing a Pittsburgh Penguin uniform. That is part of the problem for these Pittsburgh Penguins. They got old guys out there who aren't really doing much. And when they are out there, they're just taking penalties. And that's far from their only troubles. But that's a trouble that I'm going to highlight tonight. And that is my highlight of the night. I don't know what to say. Pittsburgh Penguins need to get their shit together, or they may not win another game. You know, I was talking to my buddy, Scotty, the counselor, and I was like, maybe they need to fire Muse. And he just gave me the question mark. Like, why would they do that? Why not at this point? They basically have one more loss this year than they did last year at this time. It's just that they've got a bunch of loser points ahead. so they don't have quite as bad of a record. Pittsburgh Penguins are stuck at 37. The Pittsburgh Penguins of last year were at 35, so they aren't far off from what last year's team was. And last year at this time, we were saying blow it up. So this is how bad it has gotten with an 8-game losing streak for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Don't know what to say other than I will be back tomorrow night because I'm the hockey Jesus. Whether the Pittsburgh Penguins are soaring or as they're tanking right now, I'm here for you. I'm going to try and give you at least a little bit of insight as to what's going on. It's all bad right now. 4-0 loss, Montreal. Back at it tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Maybe Sid can finally get his point to tie Mario, and let's just get this behind us. Hey, why not? Let's get 2 and a win. Let's feel good for one night anyway. So that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, here after every single Pittsburgh Penguins game, hit that subscribe button. You can check it out too with me. Until then, people of hockey, I'll catch you in the next one.